Welcome everyone, this is my Game of Thrones Dark Sister theory in its current location. As I always say, follow me for a bit, although I take notes. I try to wrap up my videos in a one-take type of format just to keep things fully authentic. So there's a Valyrian sword Dark Sister theory floating around the internet, but I'm going to head off into a totally different direction. I'm actually really surprised so many online via YouTube and other social media platforms didn't present this maybe unpopular theory. Okay, so the unpopular theory is that Mira Reed, or the popular theory is that Mira Reed, when running back into the Three-Eyed Raven's cave during season 6, picked up a sword that many believe was his Dark Sister. Many believe this because a television series version of the Three-Eyed Raven is most likely Brynden River, aka the Blood Raven, aka the bastard son of Aegon Targaryen IV, books-wise. In the books, Mira Reed asked Blood Raven for his true name. His response was, "I wore many names when I was quick, but even I once had a mother, and the name she gave me at her breast was Brynden." That's in reference to the books. Now, historically in the books, the Blood Raven used Dark Sister at the Battle of Redgrass Field in his famous duel with his half-brother Aegor Bitterstill Rivers. When the Blood Raven was exiled to the Night's Watch, books-wise, once again, many believed he still had possession of the sword. That's all speculation and theory, since nothing has been confirmed in the books. Now, let me continue my theory a bit. As I have said before, I always felt the cat's paw dagger was and is very important, or is a very important item. I've always mentioned this from the beginning of this television series. We know that the cat's paw assassin attempted to kill Bran with the dagger early on in the series, but that was foiled by his mother, Catelyn Stark, since he stayed in the tower with him. Lady Stark, her hand gets injured, and then Bran's direwolf Summer ends up killing the assassin. Now, going forward a bit, I believe the now deceased King Joffrey was the one that originally sent the cat's paw assassin to kill Bran. Now here's where my theory separates itself from the masses. See, I believe Joffrey stole this dagger, this Valyrian dagger, from his so-called father's treasure trove of war items from the end of Robert's Rebellion. I say so-called father because we know Jaime Lannister is Joffrey's biological father. So just keep following me for a bit while I give you a little bit of additional history. Dark Sister was originally the Valyrian steel sword belonging to Visenya Targaryen, who was the sister wife of Aegon, the Conqueror Targaryen. Arya Stark speaks to Tywin Lannister. Here's a little soundbite of that exchange.
Visenya Targaryen was a great warrior. She had a Valyrian steel sword she called Dark Sister.
She's a heroine of yours, I take it. Are most girls more interested in the pretty maidens from the songs? Jonquil, flowers in her hair?
Most girls are idiots.
You remind me of my daughter.
Now, there's a sound bite of that. It only makes sense, right? I mean, she mentions it then in season 3. We all know the show has changed around plot points from the characters in the books. And, you know, they got to keep things exciting. I understand that. The reality is, when the Three-Eyed Raven, a.k.a. the Blood Raven, Brynden Rivers, was Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, in the books it said he went on a raging mission on which he went beyond the wall, which he was never to be seen again. Many believe he possessed that sword back then. I like to play devil's advocate, though. So let's say he didn't. Let's say the show has changed things around a bit. Being that Robert's Rebellion was the end of the Targaryen dynasty, after Robert defeated Rhaegar Targaryen at the Battle of the Trident, as you see here, it's a possibility among those items Robert inherited by default. Dark Sister was one of those items. It's a possibility, right? It's a possibility that the Blood Raven never took the sword to the wall and Rhaegar was the last one to possess it. The sword was long and slender in stature, and it looked, if you look at the pictures, this artwork, the sword depicted is eerily similar to what Dark Sister is described as in the books. Let me go forward further, though. The Red Keeps, as you see here, underground vaults in King's Landing are vast. So we all saw the dragon skull, or skulls that Qyburn in the hand of the Queen showed Cersei in regards to the plan that he had of defeating Daenerys' dragons. Who's to say Joffrey, right, didn't stumble upon a shortened version of Dark Sister while trolling around his father's many items in the Red Keep? He possibly then hired the Cat's Paw assassin to kill Bran, not realizing that dagger he gave to the assassin was actually the fabled Targaryen sword, Dark Sister. Now, after Littlefinger gifts Bran the Valyrian dagger in this season, Bran in return gives it to Arya. This cannot be a coincidence, at least not in my opinion. I can't imagine the show would give Mira Reed's character, Dark Sister, being that Arya has mentioned the sword previously. If they wanted to throw followers of the book off, this would be the way to do it in epic fashion, by having Arya in possession of an alternate version of the Valyrian sword. That's just my opinion. I believe we will find out the importance of the Cat's Paw dagger and its history during the latter part of this season. It's a sad possibility, though. The showrunners might wait until season 8 for that reveal also. Let me know what you think. It's just a theory of my own. I think that the only way this will be put off is if they go to a Rhaegar Targaryen flashback of him and Lyanna Stark's history, as you kind of see me show here, being that Jon Snow is most likely the son of that couple. Just a theory of my own. If I'm a writer, this is what I would do to kind of throw people off. It would make Arya's character even that more badass. We all know there will be an all-hands-on-deck need to defeat the Night King. But at this point, we do not know if it will be a team effort in killing him or if it will just be one person. We have no idea. I'm sure it'll be multiple people. I don't know. Could it be Arya with Dark Sister, or could it be Jon Snow, as the Azor Ahai prophecy mentions, as you see here? A little fan art there. Others have messaged me about doing a video in regards to Azor Ahai, the prophecy, or a video in regards to the Valyrian steel swords. If you have any other video ideas, please let me know. I'll see what I can do. In the meanwhile, just thank you for watching as always. Like I said, if you have any feedback or theories, any are fully welcome. It's just my little way of saying thank you with these two cheesy pictures. Anyway, like I said, leave any comments or questions below.